Beatnix Night. I am here at the legendary Nuyorican Poets Cafe. And wow, what an energy it is to be in the actual space. Thank you for joining us. Beatnix is a celebration of Latinx artists in the beatnik tradition. It was a series that I started last year live in this space. And then the pandemic happened and brought it to a halt. And luckily, we've been able to bring it now and expand it through Zoom so it could reach all the corners of the world. Thank you for joining us, people watching on Facebook, people watching on YouTube Live. Thank you so much. You can join in the Zoom room if you'd like to. But here at this time, I want to invite first to perform is someone that is near and dear to my heart. And, he has some time constraints. There's some things going on. So he's going to open it up. And he happens to be one of the only people tonight that are part of the live Beatnix series. So he is a Beatnix alum coming to you. And he is an Afro-Boricua performer, a singer, a dancer, a writer, producer, and as co-creator of Puerto Productions, he has been in front of and behind the camera, capturing the artistry that solidifies the foundation of contemporary Latinx culture rooted in beautiful heritage for future generations to see. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Cedric Leiba Jr.
Right, for this introduction. Yes, thank you, Caridad. That was beautiful. And thank you for having me back. Our time together not 2019 was life-changing for me and for my partner Pierre. Writing that poem release that I performed at Beatnix kind of was the foundation of our production company, Puerto Rican Productions, because I wrote the poem and then Pierre was inspired by it. He's like, I want to direct and film it. And we started a production company during the pandemic, and we've been winning awards because of release, and so many opportunities are happening because of that film, and all because of you, Caridad, because you were like, you need to perform. And I was like, and so I wrote this poem, and there was angst in writing the poem, which created the poem. So thank you for that. And thank you for having me perform today first. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you all for being here. I want to perform a poem that I wrote inspired by the year that we've had, specifically for the LGBTQ plus community. This poem is called We're Here, and I wrote it after legislation was passed in Congress and in the Supreme Court that, allowed us to have more rights. And I was just still so shocked that there's so many people that are still not wanting LGBTQ plus people not to have rights or not to consider us as normal or as human. So I wrote this piece called We're Here, and I want to share that poem with you first, and then I'll talk about what's next. So here we go. We are lawyers and doctors, award-winning actors, sons and daughters, fashion designers, church leaders too, praying for you. All different backgrounds, trying to stay sound. Days to years, decades in fear that living our truth will bring great shame to you. It's true, that's heavy. Try living daily, thinking your life's a mistake that leads deadly. Hours of therapy, trying to break free, facing the challenge of bullies, the damage. We face it, our gayness. Through tears, we embrace it and honor this gift. See, the Lord and his greatness created this being, not this sin that you're seeing. Your brothers and mothers, the men you call fathers, are part of this tribe that survived and survived through strict rights and hate crimes, viruses, genocide, beatings and screenings, shaming and sayings that crippled our growth, our strength and our hope. But we fought and we fight for a piece of this life that's a gift to us all, not just white, straight, and tall. I bleed, you bleed. I need, you need. I love, you love. We're here, we're queer, we're nurses, bank tellers, drivers, hairdressers, spiritual healers, athletes, world leaders. Part of this puzzle, this journey, this struggle to live as one without wars, without guns, loving thy neighbor, helping a stranger, ego in check, compassion, a prereq. We dream, we exist, we thrive, and in time, no need for a letter. I'm human. Sounds better.
Woo! Let me give snaps because you snap. Spit that truth, baby.
Yeah.
I have seen you grow, and I'm just so proud of you. I want to say that, and I love you.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, so I shared that with some people this year, and basically just wanting to represent my community, my LGBTQ plus community, and wanting to represent and fight for us and keep fighting for rights, which is crazy to say in 2020 that we still need to fight for visibility and rights and to be treated as human and as just normal people. So anyways, so thank you for letting me share that. I wrote a song in 2020, excuse me, to in response to what was going on with COVID and the pandemic. And it was a very hard time for all of us. And my musical roots are in church, right? Worship music. And that's what I grew up in. And so a lot of my music is inspired by that sound. And so I wanted to write a healing song, something that would make us feel better. It's called We're Better. It's called It Gets Better. Todo pasa. And sharing this with you all, my friend Andrew David Sotomayor orchestrated it for me. And yeah, so I'm sharing that with you all tonight. So here we go. I know it all seems dark. Your soul has lost its spark. You need a break, a joyful space. I'm here to tell you, friend, this moment's not the end. Hold on to hope and know it gets better. Even through the storm, it gets better. You are not alone, it gets better. Oh, it gets better. History has shown it gets better. Through the pain you'll grow, it gets better. There's always tomorrow. Yo sé que hay dolor, tristeza y depresión. Quieres parar, no puedes más. Te traigo esta canción, una explicación que va a estar bien, porque todo pasa, tu vida seguirá, todo pasa, y al fin respirarás, todo pasa. Oh, 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 todo pasa. Esto no es final, todo pasa. Tu fe te ayudará, todo pasa. No pares de orar cuando ya no puedes más y no puedes escapar. Te prometo que en ti existe fuerza celestial. You must not give up on life. You must stop them stress and strife. You must make the choice to live in peace and joy. You're worth the fight. It's easier said than done. But I hope that with this song, you will choose to hold on. It gets better. Even through the storm, it gets better. You are not alone, it gets better. Oh, todo pasa. Eso no es final, todo pasa. Tu fe te ayudará, todo pasa. No pares de orar. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Yes. Cedric Leiba Jr., thank you so much for that inspiring message in the chat. Esther Pagan said, what a wonderful song, so appropriate for our time. Juliana said, just the message I needed to hear. Yes, yes, yes. And Ed Foreman said that, man, you sound great and free.
Thank you.
So inspiring. We're sending you so much love, you know, and energy with what you're dealing with in your family. We love you. Thank you so much for still joining us tonight, and, you know, your commitment to the arts, to the community, and to positive change.
Cool. Thank you so much. Love you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye.
Cedric Leiba, everybody. Follow Cedric, okay? Follow Cedric Leiba and Dominican Rican Productions. My friend, you know, everyone that I've brought to you guys, you know, are people that are my friends in one way or another. And so I just, you know, wish them well. And so many people are going through so many things. It's important that we have positive energy and support and hold space for each other during dark times. So I have a little piece that I want to share. I've been working on my next one-woman show, and I don't know when I'll be done with this, but this is my idea of how I wanted to open it. And it's taking you on a flight on Anacaona Airlines. Welcome, bienvenidos to our flight on Anacaona Airlines. It is time to get you ready for takeoff. In the unlikely event that you are petrified of flying, we offer Bacardi rum con yo café con leche. Here at Anacaona Airlines, we pride ourselves in our Taino menu. Today we have jicotea en barbacoa con llame, batatas y yuca, con un refresco de Mavi. Or you can skip the Taino menu altogether and have a piña colada. In the occasion that you get sick, I am also a certified witch doctor, curandera, and my medicine box is in this carry-on compartment right here. First things first, let's buckle those seatbelts. In case feeling la correa, the belt on your waistline, is triggering or causing flashback discomfort from post-parental discipline or PPD, please find solace in that we are not forcing you to smell the belt like our parents made us do. You can easily adjust it by inserting the metal end into the buckle and pulling the strap to tighten. To release, simply lift the buckle or yell, "Puñeta!" really loudly, and one of our staff will gladly assist you. To get us on our way, make sure you are seated in an upright and regal position. If you are caught using your electronic devices, definitely no Bacardi in your cafe, period. So don't even ask. But electronic cigarettes, weed joints, cigarros, or sage can all be used or smudged within our single tiny letrina lavatory in the back. All exits have been clearly marked. And if you cannot find the nearest exit, please think of what racists still say all the time. Just go back where you came from. A drop in cabin pressure will cause vejigante masks to drop. Please put them firmly on your face and shimmy your shoulders all over the place. Put your mask on first before assisting others to rumba. Life vests are nowhere to be found because this is what colonization feels like, and we are eager to share this experience with you. You cannot use your seat as a flotation device either, but be grateful for citizenship and that the laboratorios are fully stocked with paper towels and toilet tissue. After all you have survived, you may already be dead, so life vests are no longer necessary. 50-person canoas, or canoes, are on standby below in the event of an emergency landing. Feel free to clap once the wheels touch the ground, because here at Anacaona Airlines, we always clap when we land. Yes, yes. So that is my Anacaona piece that I've been working, my Anacaona Airlines piece. And we are on a flight. We are on a journey through life, through times, through our artistry. And now I would like to invite our next performer, who is an advocate of feminine justice, holding space for those that have suffered domestic violence and trauma. It's her first time performing at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe and for the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. And part of my mission as a curator of this series and member of the board of directors, this is my first time in this space as a member of the board of directors, so I'm really happy about that. But my mission, the way Cedric has said, was to encourage new voices to be heard, and many times for the very first time. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sonia Colon Gilfucci.
Am I unmuted now?
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome and for that just from the beginning, and then your vibe and being a part of it. I am so appreciative and nervous as heck, like your heart starts pumping, that adrenaline gets going. One of the things that I feel we are disconnected from as we become adults is love. Exactly what I'm wearing, love. And I feel that we're all survivors of our own childhood. And what story that lays to play out definitely is something really important that we need to express through the arts. The arts allows us to heal that inner child. So I'm really actually about advocating for protecting our children through actually healing our inner child ourselves. because we're all, again, survivors of our own childhood. So I speak about adverse childhood experience and how basically emotional, physical, and sexual abuse impact us. And these are all traumas that we do this. We sweep it under the rug and nobody talks about it. It's something that impacted me for many decades in my life. And I feel like, you know, like when I see people like you, I'm like, yeah, man, maybe I could have been that dancer. I could have been that poet. I could have been that singer. But I feel like, you know, my childhood was disrupted and instead my mind was corrupted, so to speak, at such an early age that I couldn't comprehend. But still, I feel that as you survive, your voice has to be something that you lend the world and give that gift of awareness to someone else, to empower them to know that they themselves are not alone. With that being said, my mom was supposed to actually perform, but she had something going on with her knees and had to get an injection. And then I had my daughter was supposed to perform and sing. And then last minute, I just said, you know what, I'll fill in. I'll fill in. So I dusted this piece off. This was me feeling myself when I started to let my gray hairs just kind of come through. So it's a song that I wrote, and it has like a reggae vibe to it. So I want to, if I could kind of like have you feel that there's in the backdrop, just I want you to think about it. Turum, tururum, 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 turum, turum, tum. Turum, tururum, 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 turum, turum, tum. Baby, I'll take the world by storm. Now that I found my strong, do it for Dad who's passed on. Rise beyond all the norms. Do more than 26 like James Bond. To my word, I pray I stay strong. Inspire you, 'cause I mean no harm. Because gray is the new blonde. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Gray is the new blonde. Gray is the new blonde. Gray is the new blonde. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Gray is the new blonde. Gray is the new blonde. Gray is the new blonde. Though I was alive, I was walking dead. Negative thoughts running round my head. Till finally I put that talk to rest. Said, girl, you better rise up instead. This is your one time, one shot life to live. Half century coming round, this is it. So as you learn, pass it on to give. Don't be ashamed, embracing this. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Gray is the new blonde. Gray is the new blonde. Gray is the new blonde. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Gray is the new blonde. Gray is the new blonde. Gray is the new blonde. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Something like that.
Yes. Gray is the new blonde. Yo, that's hot. That is so.
I was like, you know, I get nervous. You know what's crazy? So that's like my first time being actually, well, it's just my first time. It's my, you know, that thing that you do, you guys say pop the cherry or whatever the case is. So that was like the cherry, even though I have to.
We just popped it there. I usually, you know, I reserve that for the open mics. I didn't know if I should bring that into the Beatnix night.
No.
But we just pop your cherry, baby. Pop your cherry, baby. Pop the cherry, baby. Pop the cherry, baby. Pop. We just popped on your cherry tonight. Nuyorican Poets Cafe. A singer, performer has been born. You've seen it live.
Check it out. So the crazy thing is that, well, I have 3 kids. There's no cherry popping. And I have a granddaughter. I'm just saying. But my point is, listen, connection through healing is really important, right? And the journey of healing is forever. It doesn't stop. It just doesn't end. One day you wake up and it's like, oh my God, I feel so amazing. I feel center stage, like nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up, right? And then the next day you could turn on the evening news and there's a story that resonates with you because you were that child too. You were that person. You understand, you connect. We're all connected through our childhood because we've been there. We've done that. We've seen things. We've experienced things that we can't unexperience. But it doesn't mean that there's not healing to come from that. And these spaces are safe spaces created by people that are beautiful like you, that have healed yourself and know that it's still a process. It doesn't end. You know, I don't know, man. I love you guys.
I love you. I love you, Sonia. Esther Pagan is in the chat. She said, wow, now she wants to go gray. You know what I mean? Embracing, you know, her authentic self. Juliana said, wow, totally feeling Sonia 100%. What a voice, Nena. You're getting so much love. Let them know how to follow you if you want. Let people know how to follow you.
Oh my God. So I've been really, okay, so when I talk about childhood adversity, I told Gotti this earlier and I will share with you. I'm really great at convincing everyone else of my greatness. And then I stop. I go, oh my God, I did that. And then I go back in a little space. So you can follow me. Yes, I'm on the gram. Look, follow me on the gram. Survivor I am.
Survivor I am. Follow her on the gram. Sonia Colón-Gilfucci.
Yeah, I love you guys, man. Next time I come, I will sing a gospel song. I love to sing. You know, if I had more space or time, I'd share more. The next time I come, I promise I'll give more. Thank you for opening up your space and anybody that felt any type of resonation. Thank you for pouring into me as I'm trying to pour into you.
You did it. You did it. Feel proud of yourself. You made it happen. You delivered this, and it was meant to be this way. Love, 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 love. Mwah.
Mwah. Love you.
Peace. All right, that was Sonia Colón-Gilfucci for the very first time. How moving is that? And, you know, performing original music with a positive message, you know, we need to embrace it. We need to do that, you know. I started using henna on my hair, you know, so it makes my gray hairs look like little highlights. You can't really tell because it's dark in here, but, you know. Don't laugh at me, North. North is in here laughing, having a good old time. We're gonna have North come up, but I want to introduce properly our next performer. He is a beacon of Jibarito music and Boricua culture, like a straight revolutionary, you know, like just an amazing human being. He's been doing this and representing our culture for decades, performing, recording, and conducting música típica de Puerto Rico while remaining an agent of community, roots, and history. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and my pleasure, all the way from Puerto Rico and everything that's going on in Puerto Rico. He's able to be with us today to share his talent. I'm so proud. Tato Torres.
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Gary?
Yes, Tato.
So, greetings from Puerto Rico. This is so much fun. I mean, when you hit me up, and I said, you know, that I could do whatever I wanted. I've been performing for a long time, but I don't usually perform on my own. I usually have a band, or you know, I'm a sort of a team player. So this is very strange and very not usual for me to accompany myself with an instrument. So in a way, I'm kind of like first timer here too. And you said I could do whatever I want, and yes, I repatriated or rematriated or came back home quite a few years back after a long time living in New York. And this thing with identity, identity becomes very important to me, because coming back home was not as easy as you would think it is. First of all, it's like once you're away, you're in the diaspora, you're the Nuyorican side. Your world expands, and when you come back here, it's beautiful, it's home, but it's still a colony. It's a little island, you know, under colonial rule, and the realities of that are very harsh. So it's identity, which is something that becomes a means of cultural survival and physical survival for us in the diaspora, no, and spiritual survival. It's something that's taken for granted here a lot more than it is in New York and in the rest of the diaspora. So I picked three of my favorite Gila songs, two by great composers that I consider teachers, and one original on myself. And I wanted to start with an Aguinaldo Jíbaro because it's sort of like the most typical thing we do. Now, I'm not a musician, so I play the guitar weird, according to other musicians, because I'm self-taught and I just use it when I'm trying to write songs or learn songs. So bear with me on that. And this one is Aguinaldo a Puerto Rico by Maria Rosario wrote the lyrics to this, and it's one of my very favorite songs of all times. Let's see if you can hear me. Ay, lo, la, qué linda es la tierra donde yo nací, en ella crecí, ay, cantando en la sierra, en ella se encierra lo bello y lo santo, en ella y de cuanto hizo la creación, y es por tradición, isla del encanto. Es por tradición, señores, isla del encanto. Ay, lo, la, lo, la. Ay, Borinquen bella, quiero saludarte bajo el estandarte y una sola estrella, tu luna de estella, ay, cordón sacrosanto, evadiendo el manto de la noche oscura, dándote hermosura, isla del encanto, dándote hermosura, Borinquen, isla del encanto. Ay, lo, la, la. Descansan aquí los que te adoraron, los que derramaron su sangre por ti. Solo comprendí, ay, en el campo santo, que en el entretanto de lucha guerrida, te dieron la vida, isla del encanto. Te dieron la vida, Borinquen, isla del encanto. Ay, lo, la, la. Borinquen ha dado mujeres muy bellas y de todas ellas yo vivo encantado, con sumo cuidado, ay, mis versos les canto y lejos del llanto y de mi pobreza, pinto tu belleza, isla del encanto, pinto tu belleza, Borinquen, isla del encanto. Ay, lo, la, la. Borinquen preciosa, yo vivo encantado, porque Dios me ha dado una patria hermosa. El boricua goza, ay, Alberto adelanto, y yo me agiganto cantando tu historia, codiciada gloria, isla del encanto. Codiciada gloria, Borinquen, isla del encanto. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes. Oh my God, se me paran los pelos and I'm like getting
Okay.
teary-eyed, you know?
I wish I could show you guys the view. I don't know if you can see it, but
What?
um it's I live in heaven, and I live in a postcard. So that's no matter what, how bad things get, just looking around. It's such a beautiful place, and just feeling like you're home. It's healing. Um, and yeah, music, and art definitely are meant to be tools for healing more than anything else. More than entertainment, I think music is more for healing and the best tool for healing that there could be. And we have so much healing to do, and I've heard, people before me have touched upon a very specific types of healing that are all things that we can all relate to and all benefit from. But we also need to heal from, colonialism and this PTSD that we all suffer from just being subjects of imperialism, patriarchy, and colonialism. So, identity is so important for us because literally for us here on the island and even in diaspora, but especially here, we're literally a species in the danger of extinction. I mean, I don't know if I can even express to you how real that is, that in 2 or 3 generations, we might not even exist. So that's why sort of this thing, obsession that I have with reaffirming identity and culture, because culture, unlike what most of us are taught, is not the music I'm singing or the language I'm speaking or the food that I eat, but what function that has. Culture is what gives us wine, cheese, beer, right? Kombucha, mavi. So without culture, you don't have any of those things. And the same thing happens with us, and that's our culture is a living, ever-changing thing, and that's what we need to heal. We need to heal our culture, and that's what we heal through music. We hear it through food, through communion, to these spaces that bring us together to share these lowest common denominators that make us who we are, and that we are because I am because we are. That whole thing. So I have two more songs. One of them, this next one's also by one of my favorite writers, Baltasar Carrero, and it was made famous by Chuito de Bayamon. It's called Jíbaro Terminado. Um, Jíbaro to me is the most is this term that we rescue because when I was growing up, to be called a Jíbaro was to be called dumb, ignorant, and sort of a country bumpkin, and so we weren't as openly proud of being Jíbaros when I was a little kid. So it's something that I re valued and rediscovered in my time of living in New York. I went to New York in the 80s, and in 1984 exactly, when I was 13 years old. And being Hero became very important to me in New York. Became what connected me with other Puerto Ricans, connected me to my music, to my identity. So Hero Terminado means sort of a finished Hero, sort of like, you finished up, like you're like set. You can't get no more Hero than that. So let's see how it comes out. Del campo hablar solo puede el que en él haya nacido, haya vivido, crecido, y como yo lo compruebe, ningún jíbaro se atreve a darme detalle bien dado. Yo hasta carbón ha sacado, y aquí lo compruebo hoy, por eso digo que soy un jíbaro terminado, un jíbaro terminado. Del campo nadie me diga que de eso puedo dar fe. Si yo estará en los cafés y me han picado las hormigas, en la vallarta y la ortiga, conmigo gusto se han dado, con un pero al lado. Yo dejándola que brinquen, eso se llama en Borinquen, un jíbaro terminado. Y eso se llama en Borinquen, un jíbaro terminado. Tan pronto repunta el alba, rompe el pitirre a cantar, me ve la gente pasar con mi mochila en la espalda, en donde llevo la palva de harina con bacalao y del buen café colado. Mi botella preparada, eso le llaman pa' acá, un jíbaro terminado. Y eso le llaman pa' acá, un jíbaro terminado. Con mi copla me consuelo, cuando estoy en mi conuco, enredado en los bejucos, que no se me ve ni el pelo. Trabajar así es mi anhelo, con mi machete amolado, y siempre voy preparado, con mi lima en la cintura. Esto se llama en la altura un jíbaro terminado. Esto se llama en la altura un jíbaro terminado. Algo así, jíbaro terminado. One of my favorite songs. And I wanted to end with an original tune, if I'm allowed, if I have time, which is called Boricua de Corazón. So, you know, we're all staying on this theme of identity and reaffirmation. And I thank Tari for opening the space. I get really sentimental when I see that bar. I spent a lot of nights working at that spot. That's home, that's church. You know, that spot is sacred. I had a second Saturday run there for a long time. And I want to look to the side and see Julio somewhere. And so, you know, I got people to make some calls and say hello to some folks. Wow. Yeah, that took me back. I want to see the Indian. Where's the Indian at? There you go. Yeah, oh, wow. Thank
right
you.
here.
Yeah, thank you for that.
And, you know, Miguel Algarin passed away, and we're talking about bringing his ashes and having his ashes here. And I'm also thinking of also.
Well, that was the next thing I was gonna say. You know, if you moved to the side, you would have seen Miguel's ash, always taunting us from that seat. Always had some smart remarks to say it. So we had a lot of good times with him. So his ash should be sitting there forever. Yeah.
Yes, that's the goal.
Very great. Yeah, right. So thank you for bringing us home. That's definitely something that I didn't expect to get sentimental with. Just to see the bar, I was like, whoa. So I think I was gonna do an original tune, yes. And this is called Boricua de Corazón, you know, Boricua from the heart. Would you like it? And I'll say goodbye with this. Ay, lelo, lay, lelo, 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 lay, lelo, lele. Vengo siguiendo una estrella. Vengo siguiendo una estrella que me ha alumbrado el camino y ha trazado mi destino con la palabra más bella. Divina luz que destella y divina luz que destella calastro en plena función, despertando la pasión de todo buen borincano. Por eso yo soy mi hermano, boricua de corazón. Ay, lelo, lay, lelo, ley, lo, lelo, lay, lelo, ley, lucero de la mañana, lucero de la mañana, que se anticipa la aurora para anunciar ya la hora en que se enciende la llama. Que el horizonte engalana y que el horizonte engalana cargando la oración que despierta mi nación de una eternidad de ensueño, por eso soy con empeño boricua de corazón. Ay, lelo, lay, lelo, 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 lay, lelo, lele, astro que en oriente sale, astro que en oriente sale, para alumbrar la mañana que anuncian ya una diana de pitirres y turpiales, con tus rayos sin iguales, con tus rayos sin iguales, desbordando la emoción que se inspira en mi canción y se ha plasmado en mis versos, mi pana yo soy por eso, boricua de corazón. Ay, lelo, lay, lelo, 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 lay, lelo, lele, en un nuevo amanecer, en un nuevo amanecer, se anuncia ya un nuevo día y mi gallito de cría canta hasta más no poder, llamándome hacia el deber, llamándome hacia el deber, mi sagrada vocación de querer con devoción esta tierra de mis padres. Yo soy igual que mi madre, boricua de corazón. Yo soy igual que mi madre, boricua de corazón. Thank you. Thank you for giving me
Tato
that
Torres in Puerto Rico, all the way from the motherland. This, no matter what, will always be your home too. Whenever you come back to
Yes,
New York,
yes,
you
yes,
already
yes,
know.
definitely.
So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kari.
absolutely. Ya tú
So good
sabes.
to see you.
Amor, te quiero mucho. And
Yeah, yeah.
you know, your voice is so important. Your message is so important. Your existence, what you stand for, what you've always stood for, you know,
Thank you.
has taught all of us to really embrace our culture, who we are, and be present for it and fight for it and all of those things. So thank you for your inspiration, Tato.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank
Yes,
you.
made it happen, baby.
Yeah,
So
man.
thrilled. Yeah, ya tú sabes. This is always gonna be a home for you.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
so let people know how to follow you and
Well,
anything else you want to say.
I mean, I'm Tato Brujo and everything. That's really been my sort of my nickname and my handle and everything for a long time. Tato Brujo, TATOBRUJO. That's how you find me on Instagram. You also find me as Tato Tours. You know, I do one thing that developed while my process of coming back home and finding things to do and how to survive and make a living, besides music, was that because I had so many friends on the other side, right, in the States, they would sort of always want to time their visits to PR when I was here because they figured, you know, that I know where to go and what to do and who to see, which generally is true. So a couple of my friends, they couldn't pronounce my name, Tato Torres, and they started pronouncing Tato Tours. So this thing became known as Tato Tours, which is people look for me. So I do like very personalized experiences, you know, very genuine. So it's basically like hanging out with a cousin, you know, like nobody's gonna know you're touring. And that's something that you could also check out on Instagram, Tato Tours, but Tato Brujo on everything, on Facebook, on Instagram, and wherever else exists. it'll be that. So thank you, thank you.
Welcome. Follow Tato Tours, Tato Bruja. Yo, show your shirt one more time. Make a noise, and because that shirt is
It's
fire.
from Crónico Arte. Big shout out to them. I don't know where they at now, but they used to be in Mayagüez, and this is one of my most prized shirts.
Yeah, killing it, baby. Mwah.
Bye bye.
Tato. All right. Wow, tremendous. So, yeah, this is the bar. And this was the seat where Miguel would always sit right here, the first seat. And, the stage would either be there or would be localized over there. And Miguel always has something slick to say, and just what a character he was. And yeah, he will live on. Our founding fathers. We have one founding mother still surviving, and Sandra Maria Esteves, shout out to her. She's the one surviving founder, and she's the one matriarch. And I'm so happy that she's still alive with us. In the chat, though, Tato Torres, we got Juliana saying Lelo Lai. Ed Foreman said, muy fantástico y magnífico. Juliana also said, hoy Tato comenzó mis navidades aquí. Nancy said, talentoso. Juliana quoted, I am because we are. Gracias, Tato. Thomas Connor, we all must fight colonialism. Palante, he wrote. Lisette wrote, Puerto Rico Libre. And Juliana is dreaming of performing at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. I host the open mics Thursday nights. So you still have an opportunity to do that. And let's get into our next performer and our closing act. And what can I tell you? My light is dimming, but I want to announce next month that we already have the lineup, and Beatnix Night happens the first Wednesday of every month. So November 3rd, I believe, next month, we will have two spirited artists, Bobby Sanchez and Marley, as well as violinist Luna Mooney, who is a Beatnix alum because she was part of the live, and a newcomer, Matthew Marroquin. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you an Afro-Indigenous music artist, storytelling wordsmith that writes fables in slang and keeps the culture of real hip hop alive, connected to his community and sharing our truths with kindness and compassion. Ladies and gentlemen, north of Division X.
Wow. Being up on stage here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. It's not an audience, but I know the world is watching. The beautiful thing about doing this virtual is now you can do things wherever. So no matter where I'm at in the world, I can do something with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. And that's the same for all you artists out there checking this out and all the people who want to eventually get on the stage. But enough talk, and let me just get right to this. We keep on pushing every single day. We keep on pushing every single day. We keep on pushing every single day. We keep on pushing. The story of the have-nots, cornered off, running cycles in the vortex. Concrete jungle bringing lion to my doorstep. Sorcery is lurking, try to keep me from my apex. Ghetto habitation, that's an exercise in patience. I can hear the voices, it's the call of negativity. Love vibrations, cause I'm on a different frequency. Never been a chapter in some predetermined history. Only thing written is we write our own destiny. Blind tunnel vision as I struggle through the rubble. I soldier toward the light at the end of the tunnel. The path made me stumble cause the best of us tumble, but you rise and you rumble. That's the law of the jungle. False idol worship, God is falling in the spell. Mirages in the deserts cause it's poison in the well. Listen to the sirens, it's the devil ringing bells. So I hit the ground, running like I'm breaking out of hell. We keep on pushing, pushing every single day. We keep on pushing, pushing every single day. We keep on pushing, pushing every single day. We keep on pushing. Time is never still, so the blood always spills in this land of milk and honey. Better get your fill. I ain't come to climb mountains just to fall down the hill with a tombstone saying that he lived to pay bills. So I'm seeking better days till there's flowers on my grave. Every breath is a chapter on the unwritten page. Use the finest of ink. There's a legend to be made. Either fight to the finish or you die like a slave. I was born with some shackles in my neck in a rope, so I ain't apologizing for the way that I approach unbreakable spirit. These are testaments of hope. I see greatness approaching. I grab it by the throat from the dust till the ashes. We are to the start. In between is your ashes that illuminate the dark. Use love as your ammo and a bulletproof heart. Aim high, my beloveds. Leave your ancestors marked. We keep on pushing, pushing every single day. We keep on pushing, pushing every single day. We keep on pushing, pushing every single day. We keep on pushing. I said, we'll rock up on your radio. Division X becoming mash up your stereo. We speak the truth, but when we rock up on your radio, Division X just will mash up your stereo. I said, we'll rock up on your radio. Division X becoming mash up your stereo. We speak the truth, but when we rock up on your radio, Division X just will mash up your stereo. That's one. Now, I like to dedicate this to all the people around the world who have taken lemons and turned them into lemonades. We're beautiful, yes, so beautiful. We're beautiful, yes, beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. Hey, yo, I roll with hood scholars who ain't never heard of Plato. Human tornadoes, volcanoes that are fatal. Clipped off wings, a broken down halo. Never seen the sun, we built our own rainbow. Lords of the jungle, so we showed the proper decency, constantly ignored, so we turned up the frequency, mastering the art on will and necessity, something out of nothing, a hood brother specialty. Year after year, we get knocked on our rear, but we buck Mother Nature, make the clouds disappear. Scared money stayed broke, so there's no time for fear. We make the best lemonade from the sugar in our tears. At war with the odds, since the days of our youth, every breath is success. It's the triumph of the truth. We're the hood redwoods that were cut at the roots. In the middle of the desert, we still bore fruit. So beautiful. We're beautiful. Yes, so beautiful. We're beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Yes, beautiful. And you're the book of our lives, a painful collage. We keep illuminating like the midnight stars. See the face in the mirror, a reflection of God. Looking oh so perfect without permanent scars. Still runaway slaves because the rules get changed in the middle of the game. So results stay the same. See, the hood makes a man act wild and untamed. They make a surf tidal waves with a foot in the grave. Blueprint masters with the lords of innovation. Nothing like hunger to feed your inspiration. Years of frustration, it breeds determination. Have not power, you can smell the desperation. Monsoon moments, but we surf that tide. Look the storm in the eye and survive genocide. With better rock solid, can't take our pride. We just keep on marching, won't break our stride. So beautiful, yes, so beautiful. We are so beautiful, yes, beautiful, yes, beautiful, yes, beautiful, so beautiful. Damn right we are, so beautiful. We are so beautiful, yes, beautiful, yes, beautiful, yes, beautiful. From the very first breath, they expected us to fail. But we rewrote the story of that tragic little tale. We put winds to our sail, left a blistering trail. All this weather in the storm made a rusty little nail. From arrival, our survival had to balance on the scale, sidestepping booby traps in this open air jail. Heard the cemetery calling, we had to excel, had to reach for the heavens, we already knew hell. Came up from the chains, came up from the whips, came up from the grips of the evil slave ships, penitentiary still, In the sugarcane fields, we rose up like a man with the devil on his heels. Rose up like a man with boots full of mud, had to fight off the sharks with a taste for the grudge, and our weapon of choice was a bomb called love, soaring high through the sky like there's evil in our blood. So beautiful, we are so beautiful, and you are so beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Don't forget it.
Woo! Yeah, let me see what's up in the chat. Ooh, people saying preach. Yes, yes. Hearts, Maya, thank you. Lizette, Thomas Connor. Okay, so you can hear him well. I want to make sure of that. I guess you can. That is fabulous. All right, keep going, my brother.
I want to close it out with this last thing, just to tell you exactly who I am and the people I represent. Hey, I'm coming from a history of lifelong poverty. Urban institution that's been labeled as minority. Keeping me in shackles, that's a plus to the economy. Slavery is living, so I question the authority. Breathing desperation from the bottom of society. Welcome to the jungle where they kill for notoriety. Camouflage devils only heighten the anxiety. Heavy is the toll, and the cost is my sobriety. Looking at the city is the face of a demon. Daily operations got us hustling and scheming. Nicotine fiending, we drink like we breathing. Lord only knows what contaminates my semen. Pots overboiling and the rain starts to cascade. We live it to the fullest, but we're dying at the halfway. Devils on the pathway, feels like the last days. All around the world, they're turning cities into ashtrays. History is calling, so I speak across the ages. Rebel agitators sing a song from the slave ships. Child of the pavement, blessed by the ancients. Status of the chosen because I'm killing off the matrix. Brass knuckle rap, this is raw commentary. Ignorant people make my voice necessary. Positive rap has never been so scary. We send the tooth fairies to the fucking cemetery. I be the hard knock rocker. Yes, the hard knock rocker, I am. I be the hard knock rocker. Yes, the hard knock rocker. The hard knock rocker from the Bronx, I am. The hard knock rocker from the Bronx. The hard knock rocker from the Bronx, I am. The hard knock rocker from the Bronx. Rising from the shadows of your sugar-coated mockery. I use my inner vision when I speak the urban prophecy. Boogie down philosophy is crushing on monopoly. Higher form of thinking, call me super brother Socrates. Radiant addition in the center of your telescope. Poisonous conditions that you're reaching for my antidote. Science reversal from the stone face, cavalier. Spirit of the essence of the thunder of the yesteryear. Shattering the hourglass, symbol of the everlast. Streak through the jungle like the echo of a cannon blast. Fire ever burning in the center of my inner root. Rock, I'm the apostle called the hardcore institute. Purest elementary, the champion of style. Ever conscious lyrics got me flowing like the Nile. Alley Cat Connection got the children running wild. OBK forever coming, my shit up for miles. Spirit of the rhythm, call me top celebrity. Righteously connected when I drop this energy. Standing in the circle is the pure epitome, symbolizing everything they ever wish to be. The child of the solar light, captain of the prototype, airtight, got the mic, fist full of dynamite. The centuries of struggle make my star shine ever bright. Beacon for the seeking is the North Star satellite. Walking through the fire is the Bronx Town City Ox. Dropping ghetto science for the dwellers of the city blocks. Stomping through the narrow cowboys in the saddle. I'm the son of a pharaoh, make the whole world rattle. I am. I be, yes, the hard knock rocker. Yes, the hard knock rocker. I am. I be the hard knock rocker. Yes, the hard knock rocker. The hard knock rocker from the Bronx. I am the hard knock rocker from the Bronx. The hard knock rocker from the Bronx. I am the hard knock rocker from the Bronx. Shout out to the whole world. Thank you.
Woo! Yes. Give it up for North. Everybody got dope shirts today, man. Representing. Yes, they're feeling it. Wow. Hard knock rocker. Hard knock rocker. All the Bronx people. Yeah, you know what it is. So grateful that tonight happened. I am so thankful that you guys joined us. This is the stage right here, so you could just catch the feels. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get on it too. Why not? I'm gonna get on the stage just so that I can feel this. Because one day, very soon, you can come into the Nuyorican Poets Cafe and join us, you know? And I just look forward to that day that we can all stand together. Nuyorican Poets Cafe, our home, where we be. This is the booth, And I want to shout out Loco at the bar who made everything happen tonight. And thank you to Chris doing the tech. Nuyorican Poets Cafe. It is I, La Bruja, your Beatnix queen right here, your new member of the board of the directors. I'm so thrilled about that. And I am going to make sure that this home and institution, yes, thank you, yes, that this home and institution remains a place for all of us, a home for all of us. I love you. Muchas bendiciones. Peace.